Well, we have another political party joining the Westminster bubble, but don't get too excited because there's nothing new about this party and there's nothing visionary about it. In fact, it's socialism or communism hidden inside nice clothing. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. So, let's talk about what's going on with the political spectrum in this country. Now, we have many political parties that have been started recently, small parties, and historically, usually they've been a failure. Now, one of them, which is quite interesting to see why this is actually even happening, is Extinction Rebellion. As a member, Ed Gemmell, as an ex-city lawyer, so man of the people, Ed Gemmell, decided to launch a political party that is going to be the political wing of the Extinction Rebellion. Now, I thought that was called the Green Party, or the Labour Party, or the Liberal Democrats. You do realize, you guys, you have so many parties that are all doing the same thing. I mean, I'm encouraging this because the more they have them, the more they're going to split their own votes anyway. So it is absolutely fascinating what's going on. So, but who's this idiot? Because Ed Gemmell, who, as I said, man of the people, very sensible, understand the reality of this extreme militant net zero agenda, but he's pushing for it basically. This is a fascinating character. He's been doing this for a while now, and he's been starting to gather support, the grassroots, for a few years, for a couple of years, to prepare for this new political party. How is this actually going? Because he wrote an article a while ago saying, I'm actually going to launch a new centre-right climate party. I mean, we know what's happening here. This is the same thing that a lot of times the authoritarians and socialists have been doing. They use the exact opposite words. The European Union sell themselves as a free trade bloc, but in reality, it's an anti-free trade protectionist club. The WF lobby, the corporatists go out there and say, well, we are doing it to promote free market capitalism. No, you're not. You're doing corporatism, lobbyism, and with their own vested interests. This happens all the time. There's nothing centre-right about it, but they know what they're doing. Because if they sell the climate ideology as a centre-right thing, that they think they could convince some more people to join them, but it's not gonna happen. Now, this guy, as I said, has been doing this for a while to gather support slowly. How did it go? Because he did their fundraising. He had a target of £770, and he raised £0. £770 target was not met. Zero supporters funded £0 for this campaign, but he has had a good track record in the past, guys. He has had successful campaigns. No Disposable Cup Day campaign raised £71. 5 supporters helped him raise £71. I mean, and he's famous for this, by the way, this guy, the Disposable Cup campaign. So this political party is going to be absolutely successful, I can assure you. The guy who stood in 2019, between 2017 and 2019, he was trying to basically campaign to unseat Steve Baker, the Tory MP Steve Baker. And he stood as an independent, which is an idiotic thing to do when it comes to parliamentary elections. Unless you find a very random seat that are just so angry they're going to vote independent, you're not going to win. He managed to come last, 191 votes, 0.3% of the votes. But he's very ambitious. I admire his conviction that he wants to continue to push for 2030 targets for net zero. And he wants to do it how? One of the things, ideological things that he's pushing for is population control. I think we've heard these stories before. I'm pretty sure we saw this in the Infinity War, but in Marvel movies, when Thanos was basically wiping out half the population to save the other half. This is absolutely dangerous, but luckily they don't have political power. But the sad thing is, we could sit here and make fun of them that they can't win at the ballot box, but they don't need to win at the ballot box, because in the words of Jeremy Corbyn, these idiots, they have won the argument. When you see the corporations and big brands doing it, when you see the globalist elite and all the international institutions from the EU to the others going ahead with this idea, they have already won. They've won the battle, but not the actual thing. But they don't need to win the ballot box yet. But we'll find out what's going on in the future anyway. But we're going to come back in half an hour to tell you about what's going on in New Zealand, because some bad news for Jacinda Ardern I'm going to give out, and then we're going to continue throughout the day with more updates. Don't forget to get your own Build Back Britain merchandise, the anti-globalist movement. Join our movement, get your t-shirts, and we're going to update you on the upcoming nationwide tour that we're going to do around the country as well. So subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.